Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Sid Meier's Civilization 5 Community Balance Patch. A new version has been released, which means, as promised, we are going to start a new game. Now, the changes to this one, if I remember rightly, are events have become a little less... what's the word I'm looking for? Events occur less frequently. I'll let this whole talking thing get out of the way first. I don't like talking over people. Okay, events occur less frequently, and the main big one where farms were destroyed and mines were destroyed, etc., now pillages those tiles instead of destroys them. So that's the main changes to this version. A couple of balance changes as ever. We're going to set that as a scout for now. I'm going to set that over to science because science is good. But I think we might be on an island. It's hard to tell if we're on an island or just a really awkward spot. Let's take a quick look at who we are. We are the Ottomans. Right, completing a trade route. I think this used to be a land trade route, but any trade route grants plus 100 science, production and food to the origin city of international, or culture and gold if internal. So we're all about trade. We want to... we get food, science and production, or we get culture and gold. Our unique building is the Siege Foundry. It replaces the Forge, so it comes quite early on. Plus 1 production from mines, I think... Yep, the Forge has that. Whoops. Plus 50% production towards siege units. All siege units trade in this city gain the volley promotion. Iron and copper get some bonuses. So it gives plus 1 science, plus 2 production, which... Whoops. Oh, I'm just completely doing this wrong. Where am I? The Forge gives plus 1 science, maintenance cost of 1 gold, 140 hammers. The Siege Foundry, plus 1 science and plus 2 production, makes siege units better. So it gives us better siege units. Basically, is what it does. It gives us better siege units and it has plus 2 production. So that's nice. And then we've got the Janissary. It's a musket man, which in the community balance patch are ranged units. So it has a ranged combat strength. It has march, combat bonus when attacking, so plus 25% attack bonus, and march heals every turn. Might be slightly stronger than the musketman, 2033 instead of 1730. Yeah, so it's stronger than the musketman and has a plus 25% attack bonus. Istanbul can work on a scout. We're next to the water, so we probably want to get trapping so that we can get fishing. Also because we've got camps there, so if we get an early worker, then we can start upgrading those truffles and this fur. Trapping seems to be the way to go here. Now, a pantheon has already been founded, which means India is in this game. What we do with that information is nothing, because who cares? 95 gold and a natural wonder. That seems like a good place to settle. There's another ruin. This is still looking like a lonely island, which is unfortunate. Oh no! We've got Persia nearby. Woohoo! We've got Persia on a tiny island. He's probably going to be quite aggressive. Our military deployment is threatening. Nope. Divergent social policies. I don't even have any. But he's decided he doesn't like me. Oh, this is a lake. Since that's a lake, that means there should be land around here as well, actually. So maybe we're not on the sea. That's right then. So we can't go any further that way because Darius is there. I do kind of want to settle towards him because this is all very nice land, and we want it instead of him having it. But we'll see how that goes. He'll probably get a settler up before I do, and I don't think he's going to settle in this direction. So, right, let's see what's over here. Not much so far. Let's go for a shrine. See if we can knock out a religion this game. Since we're going to have we're going to want lots of trade routes, we're also going to want a religion. Deer discovered, so yeah, this is quite a nice starting area, to be honest. For deer, truffles, we'll want a pantheon that gives us bonuses on camps if we can get it. And we'll also want calendar for the herbalist food from jungles and forests, which means wheel or pottery next, so we might as well go pottery. Pick up another ruin, 20 culture. I kind of don't want to make the decision this turn, but I should. What social policy do we want? So, progress will give us science when we grow fast. Yeah, progress is so good. That 30 science when we grow is amazing. And we're about to grow next turn, so the earlier you get progress, the even better, really. So there we are, 30 science. That's equal to roughly 3 times what we'd get normally. And you're working that. It's fine. Just swallow some of my tea the wrong way and cough all over the microphone. Wonderful. It's hard to tell. That is definitely coast there, obviously, but it's hard to tell if it curves a corner there. I think this island might just be me and Darius on this tiny little thing, so... yeah. So maybe we should have gone for tradition, because we're not going to get many cities and progress is better with a lot of cities. Borders of Istanbul have grown. That's a nice tile. Going to get a worker soon, which will be good. Darius has made the same mistake as me of building a scout. Yeah, okay, so this is interesting. The Ottomans used to be good at naval, but not so much anymore. Make event choice. I'm guessing plus 100 golden age points. Oh no, nomadic people. So 100 border point growth. 100 culture border growth points towards border growth, but only affects border growth. Receive 50 gold, but a 50% chance of getting lots of barbarians nearby. I basically never do that. The amount of gold is pitiful for the chance of barbarians, like especially this early on. A free military unit, not that interested. 1 citizen is really good because that's 30 science and it's an early citizen. That's amazing. We've got another event choice coming up.
Wisdom and virtue.
There's the wheel. There's our 100 golden age points. Go for calendar. Build an archer. Build an archer. Next turn. No. Yeah, let's just get an archer for the sake of having an archer. Just so it's there, and then we'll build a settler after that. Put a scout out to stop barbarians from spawning too nearby. He's not going to be doing much. He hasn't even managed to get an upgrade from exploring, which is unfortunate. Right, I'm not sure where our first city will be. It'll definitely be in range of the Barringer crater so that we can get this bonus. What is it? It's, yeah, hammers, gold and science. 5 science this early on is really nice, so getting our first city settled next to that is great. Istanbul has grown. Can buy our worker. You just stay on alert. And you start going out and camping. Ugh, this mouse doesn't click properly. I need a new one. Essentially, a lot of the time it just double clicks. Choose production settler. Researching gives us culture points. Let's get trade online to see if we can get a trade route early. We could get a worker, but we just bought one. That was silly of me. So I don't think we want another worker yet. So we'll go for food and culture when we complete a building. The progress tree has been swapped around a lot because a lot of people were moaning that you'd never go for the left-hand side early on, which I thought was wrong, but I like it how it is now as well. I think it is better now, even if I didn't disagree. Even if I didn't agree with people's complaints before, I do like what it has become. So. Right, you stay on alert there. Oh, we've already built that camp. So for the Ottomans, it's even more important than for anybody else to make sure that your trade routes are coming from the right city, because that's the city that gets the yields when the trade route finishes. Right, let's get a granary so that we can grow faster. Everybody's founding pantheons, because the AI presumably gets shrines to start in their cities, or I don't know. The AI always manages to get its pantheons and religions earlier than me. There's trade. So, do I settle here? Close to my... Let's settle right up on the Barringer crater. What do we want to research next? Let's research writing just to get into the classical era. And then we can go back and fill in some of the blanks. Not that fussed right now. Whoops. You settle there. I'm actually going to stop you from growing for now. Yeah. And you're going to build... a granary. No, a monument. Build a monument. Building a monument will give them food, which will help them grow anyway, I think. We'll settle what lands we please. There's no way that I can promise to not settle near him again, because that's the only place I can settle. Cannot construct this trade unit because there are no available trade routes. That's unfortunate. So let's build a herbalist next. Just want Istanbul to grow really fast. Really, really fast. And we get to choose a pantheon. So, not on mines. That's a good one, but I just want to see if we've got the camp. For every 6 followers is good because we've got 6 followers just in Istanbul. From shrines and wells, we will build a well soon. Faith and food from oasis and lakes. Okay, so there's not one for camps, or somebody else has taken the camps one. Faith and Golden Age points every time a citizen is born. Seems a bit naff. Science and faith from herbalists. Every 2 jungle or forest tiles worked by a city. Let's go for that. We don't get any extra faith because I think it doesn't include anything that has an improvement built on it, but whatever. Probably should have just gone for the science one if we wanted the faith and science from herbalists. Oh well. I made a bad choice. Sometimes it happens. Shocking, I know. Istanbul demands jade. I'm surprised they even know what jade is. I'm oddly suspicious of Darius's complete lack of second city. Makes me worry about what he is building instead. Welcome to the classical era. Right, we want fishing next. Just so that we can get around this island a little bit easier. Right, once Istanbul's built the herbalist, we'll probably focus on building a another settler. Worst case scenario, we'll go and settle down at the bottom of the island. And you start building a road up to Aden, so at least we can get a trade route going to Aden if nothing else. Fish discovered! What? That takes me to just a completely useless screen. I don't want to know that. Fish next to Aden. Oh, we settled in a good spot then. Right, build another settler for me. And let's research sailing so that we can start exploring a little bit more. Find people who aren't the Persians. Um, 5 turns for a settler or 5 turns for a settler. 17 production or 17 production. Go for that one then. Because just in case I forget to swap it over later. Event choice. With a bright flash of light and a huge crash, a meteor has landed near one of our cities. Your officials collected the meteorite and brought it to the capital for study. What should they do with it? Well, we don't have a forge, so we can't do that. Need to have multiple shrines, I guess, for that to work. You need universities for that, you need museums for that, so put it next to my throne. +2 culture per turn, it's quite nice, it's quite a common early event. So the thing is, there are going to be more events. That's the reason why we keep seeing similar ones all the time. Because there's not nearly enough events yet. So hopefully it won't be such a big issue in future to have your farms constantly being destroyed because there's only drought all the time. Let's come over here. Right, so we are going to be able to get this island to ourselves. That's quite good. Can build a caravan now, so let's get working on that. You come all the way over here. You go and check for barbarians. Can't be too careful. And yeah, lots of wheat over here, some whales and some silver. Seems like a pretty good place to settle. Darius is definitely building immortals, as suspected. Right. You can start growing. Build a market. Monument? No, -2 gold in all cities or -2 production in all cities. Gold. Build there. Build a monument. Yeah. Okay, it should be quite difficult for Darius to invade now, especially because he'll have to go through this marsh and then onto that tile, etc. So we should be okay. Istanbul has grown again. There's just not enough tiles for you to work. Choose research. Let's see if there's any animals around. Continue this road. And we really need to start getting a military up once we've got this caravan, because I am like 90% certain Darius is going to attack us soon. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Why was Adean working that tile when it should have been working the fish? Oh well. You work that. Get yourself a workboat to get a little bit of extra food. And that is it for episode 1 of our new series, The Ottomans. Tune in next time for when Darius invades us super early on and we can't deal with it and have to quit. Hopefully not. I'm used to playing Immortal where he would have basically invaded already, probably. Anyway, see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.